Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Bert's here, going through the first season playthrough of F1 Manager 2024 with jeangirardracing as team principal rickybobby. We like to go fast, and we're going pretty fast so far, I will say. We're doing pretty dang good. We got round 13 at the Hungaroring coming up next. Let's go ahead and tab over to the cars here. And Oscar is not happy with the car performance. Yes, I know. That's all right, my brother. We got some stuff coming. And we do have some parts that are getting in low stock that we will need to start manufacturing here soon. If not, probably this episode. We might want to get some parts in manufacture. We got a little bit of money, so I think that's probably a good thing to do, but let's go ahead and check our inbox here. Did pretty okay at Silverstone. Did much better than our expected finishes, which is always great. You can see the lower category race results. The boy, Ole Behrman, doing strong, and the young blood, Andrea, Kimi Antonelli, coming in strong on the podium as well. And let's check out our Josh Peckett Scout. And 79, 81, 86. So pretty solid. Doesn't have a high salary, but he does have a couple years remaining. So maybe somebody to keep an eye on depending on how our other driver slot goes. But here we go. We got some more regulations being voted upon. So they are introducing a higher limit to the number of engine, ERS, and gearbox units that the teams can use. So it looks like the engines stay the same, ERS gets increased by 1, and the gearbox gets increased by 1. I don't hate it, so let's go ahead and vote for that. I don't hate that. Let's go back to cars and get some manufacturing going while we're thinking about it and while we have a little bit of money. So we have one extra front wing in the warehouse. We have 0 side pods, 0 underfloor, but we may want to develop a new underfloor. So let's get some new suspension parts going. We need 4, most likely, but that's gonna take half of our money. So let's just start with 2. Let's just do 2 components of each of these here. The chassis is going to be done in just a couple days, and side pods we might not mess with yet, so let's just do another 2 of those, and let's call that good. I believe we'll wait till the chassis gets done, and we'll maybe think about something else. So let's go ahead and jump ahead here, and here's the chassis now complete. So let's click on that. We already know, bada bing bada boom. Jessica Hawkins to retire from Formula 1. 29-year-old driver will finish with Aston. Interesting. So I wonder if she's part of the affiliate program. She's saying, peace out, Aston. I'm out of here. Doesn't want to hang with y'all anymore. Alright, let's get one more part in manufacture. Maybe the front wing, because we're gonna develop a new underfloor. So let's do the front wing. We have what? How many do we have in the warehouse? 1. So let's do another 1 or 3. So we have 4 total. Let's do 3. It's not terribly expensive. And that should do it. Let's go ahead and jump ahead yet again. Check our inbox one more time. Yep, we know some things are in low stock. Hit again, and regulation vote complete. Let's see how everyone's doing. Oscar's not happy with the car performance, and neither is the rest of our staff. Sad days, sad days. We got some things coming. And it looks like we are getting the increased powertrain units for next season. Keep cruising. Looks like we've got some manufacturing now fully complete. Check our inbox. Bada bing, bada boom. And with that last, actually, let's check. We're gonna have most certainly a 2-stop here, I believe. Yeah, 2-stop. Let's see, warm and no rain. So we've got. We are pretty close to McLaren now. 41 to 90, so 53 points. So we took about 4 points out of their lead last time out. Let's go ahead and choose our race targets for the Hungaroring. That is a hell of a tongue twister. Hungaroring. And it said it's going to be warm and not rainy, but look what we have here. Looks like it's going to be quite rainy. So hopefully that's just kind of the intro, and the rest of the weekend will actually, in fact, be dry. But there's only one way to find out. I'm going to go ahead and skip this here, actually, and get into it. So yeah, heavy-duty rain for P1, P2, and a clean rest of the weekend. So I'll go ahead and get these practice sessions knocked out, and I'll bring it back when we jump into quali. We're back. Practice is over. Got both the boys set up to 100% across the board. Excellent work, team, and excellent work, drivers, getting both the driver and the machine to 100% readiness. Danny, Rick, Oscar just kind of checking things over one more time, making sure there's nothing else we can do to get just a couple more tenths, but I don't think we can. Doing pretty solid. Didn't really get a chance to do any quali simulations. It was insane the first 2 practice sessions, so I am surprised that we were able to get both cars up to that 100% readiness level. But nonetheless, here we go. Let's actually check. So we got 69, 71, 71. So we're doing pretty decent with our parts with Oscar here. I should actually probably start trying to use this for practice, maybe. But we're doing pretty good otherwise. And Danny, we probably need to think about getting a new ERS, unfortunately, because this is one that he got damaged in an accident and destroyed an entire gearbox. So we might need to start playing around with some of these other units for practice with Danny, so we can preserve the higher ones as much as possible. We don't want to get stuck in a loop of not having money and needing to buy very expensive stuff all the time. So let's try to avoid that at all costs. But here we go. Let's simulate all the qualifying sessions to the race and see where we land. Hungary, Budapest. Excellent track. Got some elevation change, got some high, got some low speed, got some medium speed. Got a little bit of everything here. A couple of straights to gain some top speed, but quite technical course mostly. But should be a great race. Hopefully we qualified really well. We got the boys set up really good with the car. We were able to kind of preserve a lot of tires due to the wet weather, so that was nice. So we should have some good tire selection for the strategies for the race. Going over the last final checks. Here we go. Let's see where we ended up. And P8 and P11 with Danny, not making it into Q3, unfortunately. Oscar hanging in there in 8th. So we potentially have some room to improve our slots throughout the race. But let's check on these strategies here. And looks like medium, hard is the way to go with Danny. And pretty much the same with Oscar, but in a different fashion. Medium, hard, medium. Yeah, quite the change here, and we can't really push aggressive here. What about this? I guess that does help us a bit. We could try this out. Save 2 seconds there. So let's give that a shot. Let's go hard on the middle stint, burn some fuel off, and then go to the medium. Maybe go 1 extra lap here. So very similar strategies, but we should be plenty far away on the lap selections. But now that I'm looking at it, we're actually still pretty close on the laps themselves. But nonetheless, it should be okay. Let's go ahead and push the strategies here and jump into the race and get our overtake aggression on full blast. Got the Aston Martin taking us around one time, making sure everyone stays clean and nobody gets hurt. Mr. Joe Guan Yu, he always got some really good helmet selections, I will say. Joe's got some stellar helmet choices, IRL. And it's time. 3 o'clock. Let the race begin. Got 5 red lights. Looks like Oscar's right there. Row 4. And here we go. Green, green, green. Well, sort of.
Nice to get past.
Nice to get past. Nice to get past. And let's check the heli cam here. We got Yuki. Yuki and the RB team have been making some strong moves the past few races. He's been giving us a bit of trouble. But we got Alonso and the Aston in front of us. I don't think the Aston's been that great of a car this season, so we really need to get around him as fast as possible with Oscar here. And it looks like Lando and Yuki are going at it. Richard is behind us, but he is right with Danny. And Richard's going to be on a different strategy than us. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. I think the car's looking a little bit sleeker now that I was able to adjust some of the positioning of the sponsors and orientation of them as well. Looking a bit more streamlined, not like it was just kind of slapped all together. And that's going to be the end of lap 1 here. We got about 75% battery. Actually, it dropped down pretty hard there, about 65. So let's try to use the battery up until around here and then drop it back off and then conserve the battery. I'll leave it on 1 speed here momentarily with Oscar, so we can kind of hopefully jump on board here. So DRS is open, but we really need to stay with Alonso to the end here. And DRS, yeah, looks like Ocon has a mechanical fault, so that's not really going to benefit us in either way. And here we are. Let's go ahead and bring the battery back down to neutral. Lead pushing on the tires. The DRS I don't think is going to be as strong as other tracks, but we'll see. It looks like Alonso is defending for his life here. I think that Aston car is not the strongest, but he might have been able to put one together for qualifying. Coming around the last couple turns here. Let's stick with him here, Oscar. Push the battery. I don't know if we were within that range, unfortunately. Alonso's putting it in a little bit of burner here. And it doesn't look like we got the DRS with Oscar, unfortunately. But George is going to have it from behind, and we're going to need to defend. But let's keep pushing on the tire. Danny is super close to Richard. Hopefully we can get around him. Looks like right now. Yes, sir. Send it, Honey Badger. And keep it stuck. Nice work, brother. Perfect timing. Exactly what we needed. It looked like Richard was starting to hold us up there. And George gets around us, unfortunately. So Oscar, you're kind of dropping back a little bit, but let's speed this up. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Maybe let's hang out a second. Looks like somebody behind us, one of the Haas cars. Yeah, K-Mag. Locking up.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, George is on a scorcher right now. But everyone must be on an attack or something, or we're just really that much better at conserving the tire. Let's just speed this up here, kind of sit back a moment and wait it out until that first pit stop comes up.
Okay, understood.
Alright, we are in our pit window with Danny. And we got a couple cars that made some pit stops in front of us. Yuki was just in front of us. We were catching him up. But he just put in a scorcher of a lap on the hard.
Car ahead is Leclerc.
So we got some time to make up for sure. I don't know if we should have pit also to cover off Yuki. It's really hard to say. We might be okay. I'm just gonna keep pushing here with Oscar. Let's speed this up to 4. Danny's gonna come into pit before. So Checo just came into pit. So that's gonna put him in front of Norris. But Checo's most likely gonna get around us rather quickly. And there's a crash. Is this gonna be a safety car potentially? Oh, Richard and one of the Astons, the exact cars we need to battle each other. And it's gonna happen here. What's gonna happen? Looks like Richard's got the clean. Oh, so don't see what happened there. Is that gonna trigger a safety? It doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. We are holding some people up behind us with Oscar, which is exactly what I want to do. But they're probably gonna scoot around us pretty quick, unfortunately. We may want to... Looks like no penalty given during that incident. Not exactly sure what transcribed. It didn't really show us exactly what happened. So Oscar definitely losing time now. I think we're gonna want to pit both of our boys here. Switch to the hard. Confirm. And bring Danny in and go to the medium. And we're gonna pit them together, but they are quite a far away from each other, so I think we should be okay. And we're gonna be a bit further behind, but the cars behind us, especially Yuki, he was the first one to pit. They burned their tires up. They've already down 10%. Yuki's down 15% on the tire. So we need a clean stop here. We can maybe get in front of the Mercedes potentially. Doesn't look like it. 2.8. Not the worst, not the best. The Mercedes are on some used sets. So we got some ground to make up. I think it's tough to say if we should have pit with Yuki and or Lando. I think in the long run we might be okay, but we'll see. We got some ground to make up with both our boys here. Let's leave this. Actually bring this up to aggressive and get the tires up to temp. And then we'll bring Danny back down. And we'll get through this next stint. And, you know, we'll see how the next pit stop fares. We'll keep an eye on everyone in front. We're going to want to catch them as fast as possible. Uh-oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? VSC, VSC. It's a little late to pit Oscar, unfortunately. Do we want to bring Danny in early for the hards? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hopefully he's not going to last that long. DRS is disabled, however. And Juan Manuel crashed. He looks like he is out of the race. And let's see what happened. Oh, just slips out. And yeah, that's a little banger. That'll put a dent in it. I do not think that will buff out, unfortunately. V-carb. But best of luck to you getting that car fixed up. He is out, and quite a few cars going to make a pit stop on that. I think we're just going to hold. We're going to hold strong here. Danny needs to get by these slow Astons in front of us. Oscar's making some ground up. Danny needs to get by. Let's bring this down. Standard while we're just kind of hanging out behind the VSC. Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer. I don't want to make a pit stop. We're about halfway. It's very tempting to make a stop, but we are right in the dead middle of our stint here, and that would be a bad time because we'll have to stop again. VSC ending, VSC ending. Let's go ahead and push the fuel. We got plenty of it to burn. Speed this back up to 8. And Oscar's gonna catch Hamilton pretty quick here, it looks like. Hamilton's on a more used set of hards, but he's pushing away. He doesn't want us taking that slot. And Oscar is right where we started, and Danny is down 2 positions. We cannot have Danny finishing lower than where he started, but it doesn't look like he's making any ground up. Just barely. Where are we? So we got DRS with Danny. Please get around Stroll. There we go. Now catch Alonso. Bring the tire back down for Danny. Got plenty of it to burn with Oscar. Plenty of fuel to burn. We're getting really close to our second pit stop here. And then it's game on. Danny's almost within DRS range of Fernando. But Fernando's starting to put some moves on. Oscar's getting a little bit further behind Lewis here, but let's deploy and see if we can catch DRS. And we're definitely going to get DRS here now. Let's bring the fuel back down. And we're now in the pit window with Oscar. Let's go ahead and start pushing attack.
Yeah.
We got some tire left to burn through.
Pushing up to cars ahead.
Leave Danny on standard. And we are right behind Lewis now. So Lewis has to make a stop here soon. Yuki's gonna make a stop here soon as well. So let's keep an eye. Did Yuki stop already? Yeah, so Yuki went on another set of hards.
Understood.
So we just got around Hamilton with Oscar. That looked like a nice move. Let's actually check that out when that prompts us, hopefully. Here we go.
Just go ahead and send out.
I just caught the overhead tail end of that there. Oh, gonna send it. Ooh, last second. Said, all right, the door's open. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Sweet. Right on, my brother. All right, Oscar doing good still. Hamilton's gonna have to pit. Hamilton did not pit yet. Lando just came in. Hamilton's gonna pit soon. I can feel it. And it's gonna prompt us on this next lap here with Oscar. And here we go. Let's go ahead and pit on the next lap. And Lewis did come in that time. So maybe actually let's pit this lap because we want to make sure we stay out in front of Lewis. Come on, team, fast stop, fast stop. Oh, that was super close, and I think we're gonna get it. Now we got to pit here with Danny. We got George right behind us. No idea what tire George is on. He might be already on a fresh set. Sure looks like it. Perfect. So we got out in front of Lewis, and we got more tire life. Nice work, brother. Nice work. So we got Richard way out in front, 17 seconds. We got 20 laps.
Behind you is Hamilton.
Richard most likely has to make another stop. There's no way he's taking that tire to the end. If so, then we are most certainly going to catch him. Danny's coming in. Where's Danny at? Yeah, here we go. All right, so Danny is about 4 seconds away from George. So Danny is back to his starting position, but we are still outside the points, unfortunately. Speed this back up to 4. Got Lewis behind us. Lewis is gonna be trying to catch us. We gotta keep Lewis behind. Lewis is burning through those tires. We've already made some good ground up on Richard. It looks like he was 17. Now he's about 15 seconds behind. And we're staying just in front of Hamilton, thankfully. Danny's gonna be on full beans until the end here. And Hamilton's got DRS on Oscar now, unfortunately. But we're catching. Let's go to standard here. Let's let Lewis burn some of that tire up so we can hang on to ours. Richard is gonna have to pit again. He's gonna have to. But we are catching him super fast now. We got the DRS from Hamilton. We're hanging with him. That's what I like to see. I'm gonna leave it at 4 here. And nice work. So we got past Richard. So that's good news. Hopefully, what's Richard on? Soft, of course. He's going to be screaming up behind us. But his is going to burn up way fast. We just got back around Hamilton there. Lando's 23 seconds ahead of us. So he's well clear of us. I don't think we're going to catch Lando with Oscar. Let's see. Last lap. 19.5. So yeah, Lando's running quicker than we are on a better tire, so I doubt we're gonna catch him, unfortunately. Let's burn a little bit of fuel here. Danny, where are you, my brother? Whoa, what happened? You dropped 2 more positions? What are you doing? Oh man, Danny, you just let them get back around you? Now they're way out in front.
Watch for debris.
Oh man, what is this though? We got a crash. What happened? What happened? Crash. Is there a safety car? Looks like Carlos and Lando getting into it. Lando gonna squeeze him out. Lando is gonna push Carlos a bit wide. Said you left it hanging out there. I'm gonna leave you hanging a little farther. Hopefully that's gonna give one and or both of them a puncture. Potentially not though. We got 10 laps to go here. Danny boy, what the heck, man? You were P11 and then what happened? We got slingshot engaged by the Astons. That's supposed to be our move, but you're way behind Oscar. Danny. He's not terribly far behind him, but we don't have a lot of laps to go, brother. Gotta have to pick up the pace here, my friend. Let's push attack here with Danny momentarily. I know it's gonna increase our temperature substantially, but we've got to catch these cars back up. Like it looks like some people are getting squirrely here towards the end. We've got to keep our eye on the prize. Hopefully some action can happen in front of us, and we can pick up some free positions. Oscar hanging on to P7. Got Richard behind. Richard is catching us slowly. Let's go aggressive here with Oscar just for a couple of laps, and Danny finally gets back around Stroll. Can we get back around Alonso? Let's bring the tire back down. We're starting to get a little warm. And George looks like he may be struggling as well. He's on a U set, so we can maybe get back into the points here, Danny. I'm gonna need some thick sauce right here, brother. Let's push the battery with Danny here. Let's see if we can snatch DRS from George. Was a bit close. Oh, we did get it. Nice. I'll go back to neutral. So now it's gonna put us in excellent position, and there we go. Thank goodness, brother. Back into the points, and Oscar is hanging out in front of Richard. We're staying pretty solidly in front of him. I'm not gonna push any more fuel. We got 3 laps to go. Let's actually keep Oscar aggressive here. Danny and George maybe going after it still. And Hamilton is too far in front, unfortunately. So I don't think George got DRS from us that time around, so that's going to be excellent. If we can catch these back markers with Danny, we should be able to snag DRS from them. Oscar still steady, staying strong in front of Richard here, so not a terrible result. I think Oscar is up 1 and Danny is up 1. So positions gained all the way around. So I will take that. I will take that as a successful weekend. Actually, just put this. Yeah, leave it aggressive here. There's Danny. Yeah, we're well ahead of George now. All right, so
Next lap is the last one.
that turned out better than I thought.
Yep.
Thank goodness. The starting position scared me there, but we did good. Up one, both drivers getting double points, but McLaren also going to get double points this time around, and they're going to stretch the lead, unfortunately, after this one. But that's all right. We got that new rear wing coming soon, hopefully. And hopefully we'll have a nice payout from the sponsors right around that time. That would be freaking perfect. And then we can get two of them on the car as fast as possible.
Okay, so box this lap.
Ooh. Park firme. Turn the car completely off when you get in here, my friend. Finish a race with a mechanical. Oh, we must have got a mechanical failure right at the end there. I did not see that. We'll have to double check the car. We'll most likely have to swap a unit on somebody's car. Probably Danny's, I'm guessing. I think Oscar's powertrain parts are doing okay, but I'm not sure Danny's are. Max taking another one. It's just commonplace in this game, but in real life, you know, the Red Bull car has been struggling pretty hard. But, you know, still a decent amount of the season left, but it is closing up fast. In real life, our season in the game is getting close to halfway, so we got a long way to go. We got some more power moves coming. That's gonna do it, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.